For me, this is way worse than the other locations.
This legitimately may be the most active place we've ever been to.
So here we are once again, another ghost investigation with Haunt Watch, but this one's a little bit different. This is the old Hamilton County Jail in Jasper, Florida. But you're wondering, what makes it different? You've been to a couple of jails already, Brandon. We are here for the next 2 nights by ourselves. It is just us, no guide, no caretaker, nothing. It'll be the 6 of us in this building, completely locked in for as long as we want. Now, this jail happened to be built in 1890, went all the way till about 1980, give or take a couple of years. And there is so much activity in this building that every time we asked for a suggestion from somebody we met or somebody we talked to online, they all said to come here. They all said to come to this one building. So we're gonna be here tonight, and we'll be here tomorrow night. I hope you enjoy, like, subscribe, and let's get into it. What's special about this particular staircase is that during the time that one of the sheriffs was here, he had a little boy who was about 4 or 5 years old, somewhere in that range, and he was playing at the top of the stairs right here. Well, he slipped, fell down the stairs, smacked his head right at this base spot right here, and he died. This is one of the locations that I know of in the building where if you come and you try to interact with that little boy, you can get, you know, some creepy voices coming through the box. You can maybe get interactions with toys.
So it's not as much of a staircase as it is a scarecase.
I hate you so much. So the other thing is, on record, there was never anybody actually executed here. But when they were exhuming the ground a couple of years ago, probably about a decade back, they found numerous bodies buried outside the property that were unclaimed and undocumented. So there is a good amount of people who died here that were not actually put on the public record. The tower was set up, and while it is believed that there was 3 used there, there's no real definitive answer. Much like the St. Johns County Jail, the Baker County Jail, and the Clay County Jail, records of this time period are not great. So anything that you see online as far as like, there was this many, it's not 100% accurate because a lot of the times the sheriffs were doing things they weren't supposed to be doing. So try to interact with the sheriffs, try to interact with the prisoners. And many times, you can especially see it with this jail, the sheriffs lived here. So when you're in these areas, probably don't try to interact with the prisoners, try to interact with the sheriffs and their families.
Going off of the deaths that happened here, I do know that legally, east of the Mississippi, this was one of the last jails to have the last 2 or 3 legal hangings of men. It specifically says it's men. It was 2 African American and 1 Caucasian who had been hanged on the 3rd floor, I believe it was. We have also had not only death here, but also births. There have been many children who have been born here while it was active. And then another thing I do know is that there was a suicide of a woman here. Yeah, that's kind of it. Specifically for the jails, it was separated into 3 different things. It was African American, Caucasian, and women.
So the women's cells are probably the ones that are downstairs.
Most likely.
It's probably like how St. Johns County was set up.
Oh, there have been reports. Fun things for y'all. There have been reports of footsteps, eerie voices, as well as shadow figures. So,
Love that for us.
especially you. Have fun.
So the other thing I will say about this particular investigation, obviously you all know, but I'll say it for the audience. We're here for 2 nights. This is the first time we've ever been given access to a property for 2 straight nights, and there's nobody here with us. Nobody's on the property. Nobody's supposed to be next door. It's just us. So there's no way that we could say, oh, it was the guy outside, or oh, it was our guide. If something happens that's unexplained, like beyond explanation, we're gonna have to try to find better ways to figure it out and debunk it if it is something to be debunked. So let's go ahead and break up. Everybody's gonna go in their groups. Let's get started. You're big tough boy. You'll fight the spooky things.
That's cool.
That I don't think we're in range of that right now. Okay, we need to get started, buddy. Okay, so while we were saying goodnight to our son, turn on that, the dead bell just went off. That shouldn't have gone off. Because, I mean, look, here, take this. If I come up here, I mean, look, you can see, I'm like, my hand's like on it. Are you here? We're gonna move to the tops of the stairs. We're gonna move to the top of the stairs real quick so we're out of your way. Come on. All right, if you are here, can you ring that bell for us again? My name is Brandon. This is my wife, Stacy. I guess you saw us interacting with our son on the phone. We're gonna be here tonight and tomorrow night. So if you can interact with that bell again, that would be awesome. We're gonna leave it right there on the staircase for you. And at any time, if you wanna go ding the bell, that's totally fine. Okay, we'll see what happens. We may have been too close. We may have been setting it off, but
It's just crazy about the timing.
I know.
So we're heading over to the solitary confinement section. It's actually a separate area to the main jail itself. It's actually quite spacious, but I'm assuming that they used part of it for an office, so there would always be an officer on guard to watch the prisoner. And as you can see, we're outside of the jail. This is separate connecting. We had to go through the front, and then the rest of the prison's up top. But here we are. We had this in the big old area. key for it.
And here we are. This is me and Austin, and me is your boy Clay.
And I lost all my hair from being scared last time.
Yeah, he spooked it away. But me and Austin are going to check out Solitaire, which should be radical.
There is a side entrance here that other people can speak to us from, because this door actually opens up. It is chained at the moment, but
I think
there
the
is two
bar's on
sides
there as
to
well.
it.
Aw, creepy ass bitch. So, no, dude, that thing freaks me out a little bit. I don't like that. That's where a AC unit used to be.
This desk is old. They probably actually use this desk.
Oh, look. Okay, so this is cool. I love these. This is a legit old school magnifying glass. This is what they looked like before they actually were in handles and stuff. They would literally just drag that across the paper as they read. I like antique magnifying glasses. They're cool. Not very, like, exciting, but it's neat. Little things like that's neat. So, as you can see, it's just us two. The others are in different locations.
We are in a section of the building that we believe is where the sheriff and his family stayed. If I had to take a guess, this was most likely the children's room, based on the fact that there's a creepy tricycle and a Raggedy Ann doll in the corner staring at me. If there is anybody here with us, we have a couple of tools at our disposal this evening to tell that you are here. In my hand is an EMF reader. Next to me, we have our lamp style EMF reader, which if you go up to and you interact with it, it will flash different colors all the way up to red. So we would like for you to come interact with us tonight. We also have a spirit box, and on the staircase, we have our dead bell.
We also have 2 cat balls, one at the top of the staircase and one in the doorway.
Here, hold that. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Brandon.
My name is Stacy.
We hope that we can entertain you tonight, have some fun, and get some answers.
So we are now all set up in the solitary confinement area.
All right, let's I guess we're gonna turn the light off and just sit here in silence, see if we hear anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll hear Brandon before we hear anything, but you never know. We're gonna have the EMF on.
Arm straight. All right.
So we are. I don't know if you can see it. It should be at a 1. So just set that down. We're gonna chill out in silence.
I would like to try and talk to the children because we are parents. We have our own little one. Little ones.
Yeah, little ones. Slip that in the corner so at least we got a voice memo going.
While we were on the staircase, we were saying goodnight to our eldest, and you played with the, what's it called? The doorbell?
The dead bell.
Dead bell. And if it wasn't just a fluke, and it wasn't just the interference of, my phone saying goodnight to our child, please ring it again. Play with the cat balls, move them around. Let us know that you're here. We are parents. We are safe places.
We heard that a little boy fell down the stairs and died. If that's you, we would love the opportunity for you to interact with us. Our son is about 3, so right around the age that I believe you were when you fell. My understanding is you were playing with a tricycle and you slipped. And I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, he fell down the stairs.
I thought he tripped and lost balance. That's really sad. I've fallen down the stairs plenty of times. Like, way too many times.
We've been to a few different investigations. We've been to the Clay County Jail, the Baker County Jail, the St. Augustine Lighthouse, and now here. We just want to interact and talk to you and hopefully share your story. It is hot as up here.
Hi.
Hello. Do you also think it's hot up here? Can you do that again? That was such a quick flash.
It was the second level.
Yeah.
It's a little...
If you say your name, our voice recorder on the floor can pick up what you say. Can you do that again for us?
It got a little colder.
Yeah, I did. I feel that like breeze that came through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say something. I felt like a little breeze. It almost feels like something's blowing on my head.
Hi.
Oh, is that you?
That was you. Hi.
Are you blowing on my head for some reason?
Dude, could you imagine like being in this cell in like the middle of the summer?
Fucking cooking. No.
Yeah, like this is crazy. Like this is what people were in these. Well, I don't know. This one is a table, so I'm not really sure. I mean, it's a bathroom, but I don't know where a bed would have been in here. Maybe this was no. If there's a toilet in here, I'm thinking it's a cell, but
I'm gonna ruin my night vision doing that. You're walking around up there.
Did you hear that?
That was outside.
No, that was over there.
That thing? No, that was that way.
No, it was like a bang.
Yeah, it was like a metal bang. I'm pretty sure it was out there.
No, I heard it in my left ear.
I heard it in my left ear.
Anybody else just hear like a metal bang?
Do you hear this slight, like, slinky sound every
God, that scared me, dude.
Check in on that.
What do you say?
You heard that bang. Yeah, we heard it too.
Did it come from inside the jail or did it come from outside? I thought I heard it inside, but Stacy says she heard it outside.
It is definitely inside. We are in solitary. We heard it coming from the opening into the main set of the jail.
What's this? That doesn't affect it. This only affects the REM pod.
You're right.
Because that's radio waves, not EMP.
You're right.
Oh, fuck.
You're in control of this. Because I can't do both.
Okay.
I heard like a thump.
they're talking about something we didn't hear.
What did you guys hear?
It sounded like a metal bang.
I did like a knocking noise. I'll do it again in like 5 seconds.
You guys hear that?
I heard like a thump, but that definitely was not the same sound.
Definitely not.
Okay, yeah, because I was asking them if they wanted to like knock to try to answer questions.
No, it almost sounded like the metal pipe moving.
Yeah.
How many noises did you hear? Was it just one? Maybe they answered my question.
It was just a.
It's just one. It was one like quick like dung.
Come again?
It was just one quick like dung kind of sound. Like it was super faint from where we were.
I can confirm it was just a metal sound.
That means the hunt has activated.
The hell? Why does it keep going off? Who's transmitting right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they may have been answering you, Mike, but that was definitely weird timing because I was in the middle of talking to something. We got 2 little quick flashes on the lamp, but they went away, and they were both directly after we asked questions.
Is one of you holding the button down?
Problem is they can't hear it if it's held down, right?
I mean, I was talking.
I don't know. If you keep holding the button down and talking, I'm not hearing anything you're saying.
That's weird. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. We may have something interfering with the walkie-talkies because as soon as I said that, our lamp just flashed, and it hasn't flashed at all.
I don't know. That sounded like a radio. That scared the out of me.
Guys, we just had a radio static in solitary confinement pop up. I don't know what that was from.
I thought I saw a head right here.
In solitary confinement pop up. I don't know what that was from.
I wonder if that's us. I saw a head in the.
Well, like
thing.
somebody held the button down for us for like a solid 40 seconds straight.
Are you here messing with our stuff?
That was me. I was talking, but you didn't hear me.
Yeah, it was just a static.
Okay, something's definitely messing with our equipment because we're getting like quick flashes in sequence to random like questions. And then as soon as we started asking you guys, our walkie-talkie stops working.
And what's crazy is that I'm gonna point right here. I looked over and I saw a head about.
Little boy size?
No. Kind of.
Are you an adult trying to interact with us, or are you a child? That's weird. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. We may have something interfering with the walkie-talkies because as soon as I said that, our lamp just flashed, and it hasn't flashed at all.
That scared the fuck out of me.
Guys, we just had a radio static in solitary confinement pop up. I don't know what that was from. If there's something here, can you make that radio static happen again? Were you turning on the radio to listen to it? So somebody outside the cells right now, could you let us know? Brandon, I got a question for you. So the item you brought with you for security reasons, how much of a percentage would you say that might be necessary?
I don't know. Why do you feel like there's somebody outside?
You heard that right? Something is making a lot of noise. I can't tell if it's outside or in here.
Okay, let me go get the Glicky.
Tell him to come here. He is. Okay. There's some sort of light I just saw. Fuck. Because this is not as secluded as the other areas were. Yeah. It's like right there with all those people. Exactly. So I can't tell if it's somebody making noise out there or not. Plus you saw a light. I saw a reflection. Maybe it was was a car passing by. Yeah, but that did sound like something was like outside. Brandon, are you on your way?
Did you turn off your walkie-talkie? Brandon? No.
No.
We've been trying to call you this whole time.
What's up?
Hold on. You've got it on right now, correct? You haven't messed with the dial?
Yes.
Testing. 1 2 1 2.
Yeah. It's,
Now
I can hear you.
Interesting.
I'm outside if you guys want to come out. I'm doing a walk around.
Yeah, absolutely. Just hang out by the door.
I'm right out front.
Are you gonna stay up there and keep recording? No.
Okay, that doesn't happen until you're like 2 more steps down. No, with where I am. Back up. I'm gonna do it again because I was on the third step.
I'm okay.
What happened?
The cat ball went off. My thing.
That's the bell.
It went off earlier. Did you step on it?
No, the cat ball's way back here. I took 2 steps back because I was like, I wanted to see if the thing went off, and then this popped off. Oops.
Like it felt like it tugged?
It popped off because this was. I can't get it back on there. You see how hard it is to put it on? Here, hold. But the cat ball went off, and oh, that might have been me. Okay.
You didn't.
I stomped. But that was not me. Hey guys, anyone on the staircase? No. Okay, that was an actual ding. Yeah.
Can you do that again?
Something keeps going up and down the stairs, I think.
No, if you get in proximity. So on the 3rd staircase.
No, that's what I'm saying. None of us are walking on it. It's going off.
I know. Did you just take off my talking sensor thing?
Your audio pack.
Yes, that. I have brain issues right now.
Can you ding that bell again for us? Do you like the fact that we're all together now?
Oh, okay.
You ready for a hootenanny and a hoedown? Hee-haw, now clap along.
Maybe there's too many of us. Maybe they don't like that.
I don't know, they seem to ding a lot. I'm freaking all sorts out. Like, legit, this is way worse than the other locations. Yes, I had some heavy feelings at the other places. So the other place, they all had a vibe to it. I'm not gonna deny that. The moment we got upstairs, I was having panic attacks. So I don't know if it's just me or the place, but I've had nonstop heavy vibes since we got here. Especially in the upstairs cells. The solitary room didn't feel heavy at first, but it gradually got worse while we were in there. Okay. So far, I've been a little panicked. When we first went upstairs, before we started doing the recordings, I already felt like I had this weight on my shoulders. And now it feels it's like wrapped around my chest. It's been so far a very stressful experience. Not that it's enough to deter me, but it certainly is fun.
You're constantly trying to look at that cat ball.
Well, I'm aware of it. I'm aware of how often it's going off, even though we're not moving.
It is currently off.
Yeah, it's taking a moment. Maybe it's listening to me.
See if it goes off with me coming up the stairs.
It probably will, because you're stomping.
I'm walking the same way I did before.
Yeah, but you're stomping. Nope.
It's going off right now. It's on 3.
Yeah, someone's sitting here with us. It's going up to 4. I keep seeing the flashes.
Pull out the dot matrix.
It's okay. You can come sit on the other side there with us.
We just want to talk.
Yeah.
Rainbow lamp.
You can take that flashlight.
Hello?
I heard that too. Hello? What was that?
That was.
No, not that.
Oh.
You didn't f***ing hear that?
No. I heard the hello though.
My motorcycle going past. That was not a car, that was like a...
No, that's underneath me.
If you're below us, can you go to the stairs? I'm going in.
All right.
What, are they moving something?
I don't know, but that's a woo.
I am.
Oh, hi. You making that noise?
English.
You know English? Perfect.
Mihao Kailan.
Please don't.
Okay. Sorry. I am Clay, and this is Stacy.
And you're speaking through...
Died.
No, I'm not God. Holy shit, no. Are you happy we acknowledged your incident? Like we're aware of who you are and that you're here? If so, Brandon was the one that did
I need y'all to speak a little louder. It's really hard to understand what you're saying to me. Try to pull a little bit harder on the words that are coming through the radio.
If anyone is in the room here with us right now, please let us know your name.
We'll stop fiddling with gadgets and gizmos.
Well, I'm sure all that talk we've had.
Did that go up?
Yeah.
My phone.
It's holding at a 3.
My phone's out.
Yeah, but my phone's out too. That thing should be going off. It's only this one that's going off.
Do you want me to get 99 in rune crafting?
I don't think whoever's here understands what that means. Do not explain RuneScape.
I was gonna show them and then get 99 in rune crafting.
Behold the Republican. Who's talking crap?
Not me, I promise.
If I was, you would know. I don't hold back.
What are your ideas?
We want to show the world...
I need you guys to push the words harder. I hear you talking, but it's so quiet. It's just really quiet, guys.
Is he talking to us?
No, he's talking to the ghost trying to speak. I think it might be a child speaking through him.
And it's having a hard time understanding the big words.
He might not be as strong a spirit as some others have been.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
And that's fine, dude. We're here to communicate and get to know you.
I'm back in power.
Yay! Congratulations. Welcome back. What do you want to tell us?
I have to tell you about...
Do you like playing ball?
heaven. It's the bomb.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's lovely up there.
I think something said join me.
No. Sorry, we're not here to walk to the other side with you.
A warm-butted boy named Clay.
Okay, now you're just with me.
Oh God, something just touched my back.
You're with me with that warm.
No, I'm not joking.
He actually said that.
I said a warm-blooded boy named Clay. It's like fragments of words and then full, complete sentences.
It really said Clay.
This is time. Yes, I swear to God.
Oh my God.
Dude, it felt like a fuck. You know when your back is sweaty and someone touches you and you feel the imprint on your back?
Yeah.
That's literally what it was. I just felt something pressed down on my back after I said that.
Like, stop.
I was gonna play them a song.
Just turn it off for a moment. Oh, never mind. It's going off a bunch.
Can I play you some music? It's 1910s. Maybe they recognize it.
Is that them down there singing?
Oops. I have to warn you.
About what?
What the fuck was that?
It's Brandon.
No, I heard like singing.
That's what I'm hearing right now.
It was like a high-pitched voice, right? I do hear
It's
Brandon.
them.
No.
They're playing something.
Yes, they are.
The fuck is that?
Mongolian throat singing.
They're doing. They must have heard us and fucking copied us.
I'm
You are?
really
Okay.
Is that one of them?
undiscovered.
I really want to know who's out there. Who's out there? Here, can you point this up, Brandon? I'm gonna look out the window.
Okay.
Watch out for the outside.
I got it.
Oh, that. I'm gonna look outside if that's okay.
What's outside?
I want to know what's outside.
Oh.
It's gone.
The music?
The music. It's gone.
Deadbeat.
That better be one of them.
No, we told each other not to go outside, and I don't see anybody outside either.
All boy raspberry?
Did you see that flash?
I did see the flash. Was it on the?
No, it was not the
I
camera.
think I messed that one up.
It wasn't the camera.
No, I was talking about the thing down there. Was it the lamp?
No, it came from that way.
From that way?
Yeah, I'm not even playing.
Was that you making the light? I don't see anything. There's nobody outside.
Great information.
Did you give us the information of the light outside? Oh, that was me on the cat ball.
Got him.
I did get it. Thank you. Was that somebody outside trying to
Oh,
have
no.
us go in?
He's at the door. Shut it.
Is it locked?
Pay for the number.
What number? Pay for what? Can I be real with you, Stacey?
Yeah.
I'm a little f***ing freaked out.
I'm a little freaked out too. That's perfectly normal.
Like, the music, the light. I mean, the music
I'm
had to
telling
be
you.
somebody.
Yes?
Do you actually watch yourselves?
Yes, we do.
All the time. I'm awesome. Don't you fucking look at me.
Everybody already has a mark in them.
It's not me, right?
You're the one with the heavy.
Hey,
Do you want us to keep playing any music? How about some Frank Sinatra?
problem, and then your problem.
Oh, I don't want to be your problem.
Is it me? Am I the problem? Am I marked?
All right, I'm done. It was a little kid's voice, and it said, "Have your body to burn."
Oh, Jesus. So you want to know our experience?
I am not fucking happy. We heard music. We saw a flash of light come through. You said one of us was marked.
Said everybody is marked. Said everybody already has a mark.
Because you turned your head towards me before you said that.
So we had music outside and there was nobody outside.
It said somebody's at the door.
I went downstairs to look at the door. No one was there.
I couldn't 100% tell, but it seemed like two people were kind of saying not to tell them that somebody was here.
And that was after the music and the light.
He actually did Frank Sinatra. Now this we definitely can't play. The final curtain.
I'm just gonna start belting this.
What if the ghost joins you?
We wouldn't even probably know.
I'm tired.
It's only 10
Not,
o'clock.
and I'm not like tired, sleepy tired. Like I'm worn out.
Regrets.
Got some good reverb.
I've had a few.
Should we do a Haunt Watch musical?
Each carried course.
Yeah, I think I heard Brandon or one of them moving down there.
More.
Pause to listen and just get
I did it
my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself,
The crackheads are going to come
then
for
he
the
has
free concert.
not to say the things he didn't feel. I don't know if anything there is technically touching me, because I've been feeling that since we got to the when I started.
That's the music.
He's got good volume.
I took the blows and did it my way.
It's good volume.
We don't have the walkie on.
There you go, bud. Did you guys hear that?
What the hell was that?
What the f?
It's the walkie.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck? All that, and now we get something?
I can't repeat, please.
We think it's somebody outside walking around like singing or preaching or something.
You may have heard Austin's rendition of My Way by Frank Sinatra.
Stop.
What the?
It was fucking Austin. Can he not fucking do that?
He was belting. Like, are you kidding me? You guys couldn't tell that was him?
No.
That's moving.
No fucking.
That curtain moved.
We are having some fucking insane movement up here, and that singing did not help. God. Apparently, it was Austin singing "My Way" by Frank Sinatra.
Don't matter. That moved and that went ding.
Not to mention the flash of fucking light.
You guys want to hear what we listen to nowadays? You guys want a classic? I got a.
What Bloodhound Gang Bag Touch?
I got
That's a classic.
early 2000s classic here for you. I know this might maybe you passed 100 years before you heard this, but you need to hear it. We're so unserious.
I want to go to the other group.
I'm not doing it.
And just subtitle "Yeah" by Ludacris and Usher.
It's okay. I'll sing this one too and dub it over.
Say what you want to say. I don't really care if it sounds cringe. This legitimately may be the most active place we've ever been to, and we've been here for about an hour.
I'm having fun.
I'm sure you
The
are.
playlist is slutty songs for hoes. I googled it, or I found it on Spotify.
So, did you Google slutty songs for hoes? And you
No,
found
this was just under WAP. Drum roll, please. Nope.
Oh yeah, we be back in the mines. It's me from side to side.
You gotta do the whole dance for it.
I don't know the whole. That mining was improvised.
Dude, Brandon's gonna be so f***ing pissed when he watches this back.
Of course he is.
It's a good song.
I just want to say you're welcome.
We will be performing this rendition downstairs as well for anybody who wants to come and join us.
Yes, we hope you feel elucidated
Austin,
by
you
the
wanna belt
experience.
something else out?
Nah, not only because they'll all yell at me again.
All right, I got one more for you guys. You guys f*** with Tiny Tim? I know I don't.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
You don't want to walk out there anymore? Can you make that sound? No.
I cannot go that high.
And I do believe that it is a guy that we were talking up to there because I believe that the face I saw while we were in the bedroom is the one who's talking to us. And he was fighting dominance between him and the kid, I bet. And he basically pushed the kid out after the kid was like, hey, you know.
Did anybody else hear them like knock over there?
Yeah, I'm just
can we just
Can
ignore
we
it for a
ignore it for a
sec?
second while I talk?
What?
Oh, by the way, I want to show on camera. This thing came off. It is legitimately blocked in here. You hear that? This thing came through. It's hard to put on. And I was at the top of the staircase for that.
Want to go on record saying all that. Respectfully. Because that is the most intense situation I felt like we've been in since we started doing our investigations. We had our moments in other places where there were these insane instances, But for just a simple sit down and spirit box Estes method session, that was f***ing crazy.
I think it's crazier than the walking one on where I could not hear you guys. I was freaked out, and I'm answering the questions that you guys are doing, and we're walking through the jail. That in itself was creepy. That gave a very heavy feeling.
I want to also add, let me take this off my head. God, my hair. I want to also add that during all of that, I'm getting full, complete sentences coming through. And I said to them, you're not being loud enough. Try to speak more clearly. I went from words to full sentences. I'm sorry we weren't able to record that part. We didn't realize we had our AirPods Max with us. And that's how we used last time to record the audio through the Estes method. We found them. We're good. We're going to be able to record the rest of them. But my God, that was insane.
Well, did you guys play music too? Because we heard music.
No, that's why I was wondering what
It wasn't music though. It was just like
What the f? What? We thought that was you guys.
No,
Like it was a
and
high
what's
pitched
funny was
sound.
During his Estes, the music was going off. It told me not to look outside the window, and I looked outside the window, and there was nobody there, and it disappeared.
I am telling you guys right now, if y'all are fucking with us.
No, dude, he screamed it. Like we had the recording too. You can see him. Like
Hey, what went on up there, besides y'all's bullshit, was not fucking fun.
you guys want to go up there?
what happened?
We got full words from Okay, so we are in the kitchen right now. The kitchen doesn't necessarily have any stories that we are familiar with. One of the things that is interesting is when we ask the owner, hey, is there anything you want to tell us about? Any particular spirits that we should know of? Anybody who's frequently seen? She said, I'm not going to tell you that. I'll tell you about that tomorrow night. In this room, we have our lamp, which is right on the corner of the screen. We have lots of different items. So Stacy's going to go into the Estes method. We had quite the experience in the previous room. I'll be honest to say we're a little unnerved right now. What previously happened was not...
Bro, I am fucking bent out of shape after that.
Yeah, it wasn't what we typically see.
No, this was more aggressive in nature than what we usually get.
So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have the thermal camera going.
I'm here.
You're here with us? Where are you at in the room right now? My name is Brandon. The man standing up is Clay.
Pro God.
Yeah, we're on the side of God right now. We have several instruments at our disposal for you to
Toy with?
To play with and to show us that you're here. I have a thermal camera, so if you show up in the room...
No, exactly. It sounds so low.
I wonder if that battery's dying.
In the
Yeah,
spirit
that
box?
too, but I mean, it was pretty quiet for me too.
If you're going to speak, you need to speak louder through her.
Are they the same batteries from the last?
Triple A's.
Is it from the last hunt?
Yeah.
We might need to just swap them. See if that
I can
helps.
hear what you guys are trying to say, but I can't get it.
I mean, the battery box is in there. I mean, we could go grab it.
Go grab it?
I'll do it. Just
No. Let me go. I'm already up.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I require from you.
What do you require from me?
Just me. I was grabbing something. No, I'm going slow.
It sounded like tap, like that.
No, that wasn't me.
That wasn't you?
I'm telling you, this there's wild.
Are you?
No.
Oh, you want to come over here with us?
No. I'm not going back up there for that.
Don't sit on these chairs, by the way. The thing's under it. What the
I didn't. I sat on the floor.
Did they just move around a bunch?
Yeah, they thought they heard me shuffling.
Dude.
Yes, that was
I
Mike.
permit you to touch me.
Okay, the whole fucking building just shook in the kitchen.
Who farted? It
Yeah,
smells
he
like a fart in here.
Doing that right now.
Jesus.
All right.
It smells like sulfur from time to time in here.
Okay, because it didn't smell like that when I left. So when I came in, I asked who farted.
No, I remember when I told you I went back there and it smelled like fucking rank ass. I think it has to do with the plumbing in the building. I flushed the toilet earlier, so maybe that's it.
Oh, okay, that's probably what it was.
Is there anything over to my left?
Not at the moment. All right, she's back in the headset now. You were talking to us before. You said we were in possession or something. What were you talking about? Oh, the case is in the other room. They just brought me the phone. Typically in places like this, the sheriff's wife and the female inmates, they would cook.
There.
Over where?
Over where?
I'm asking.
We don't get what you're
Turn
asking.
on the lights, guys.
I just turned that flashlight on. Okay, we won't turn the lights back on. I'm sorry. I think it's mad at me for turning the flashlight on. I'm sorry. I will not turn the light back on. I understand you don't like that.
Guy.
What do you say? Congrats, guy?
I think she said bright sky.
Is the light too bright for you?
In my opinion.
Too bright for you?
In my opinion.
In your opinion, the lights are too bright? Okay. I'm sorry. I will not turn the light on again. Can you do that again? We saw you flicker that light for a second. Can you do that again?
More than that.
What can you do?
I'm here.
We know.
We know you're here. We need you to interact with us. We have several different devices. We have an EMF reader on the...
We do have a lot of different devices.
So many devices.
Things are happening.
Like what? Could you explain?
Get out of here.
We're not going to leave. We're here for 2 nights to talk to you.
And?
Tonight and tomorrow night, we will be in the jail interacting with you.
For a bunch of fake friends? Or forced friends?
We're not fake friends. We all care about each other. We're doing this because we're passionate about interacting with the supernatural and those who are no longer with us. We know you're here. We know you're trying to talk to us, but this is the chance for you to speak.
No.
No, you don't want to speak?
Or no, you don't like that I have the thermal camera back out.
Get out.
We're not going to get out. We need you to talk to us.
Like, there was a long pause, and then it said, get out.
When I keep looking back at her, it keeps recalibrating.
Something might be interfering. No, it definitely doesn't want to interact with us, really.
We're not going to leave. You need to talk to us. We're going to be here for the entire night. Maybe he doesn't like
The
this.
spectator.
Are you the spectator? Here, we'll turn that off. That's less light. We'll turn that off. So there's nothing here right now except our lamp and our camera. We have to leave those 2 running. But I've turned everything else off. You gave us 2 years, 1940 and 1943. Was that the years you were incarcerated?
He tried to get away.
Who tried to get away?
A prisoner? When too many voices are coming through, we can't determine what's being said. So take your time and go back and forth, please.
They're demons.
Are you saying the inmates are demons, or you're saying that the other person speaking is a demon? Can you clarify what you mean by they're demons? Or maybe they're saying there are demons?
Yeah.
Which would make sense based on what happened upstairs.
Sam, we were marked. We should be careful.
We definitely need to smudge before we leave here.
Yeah, no shit. I think she's getting mostly ads now.
Yeah.
Want me to tap her out?
Tap her out. She's just getting it.
Repeat that.
They didn't like all the bright lights, so we turned the lights off, and then they communicated a little bit, and then you were just getting 800 ads repeatedly and shit like that.
Holy shit! I knew you were over there doing something. Golly, dude.
Oh, I scared Mike.
I was unfazed.
I'm telling you, they have Wi-Fi.
I mean, worst case, we get it for tomorrow.
There's a Wi-Fi signal in here.
Is it locked or no?
Actually, no, there is not a Wi-Fi signal.
I was gonna say, I don't.
Maybe after you shut that door, I don't have it anymore.
Mike just loses all the money in his bank account. So here we are in base camp. Those stupid fucks upstairs decided that they wanted to go into our territory and make it so we couldn't do anything in the women's cell. So here we are. So we're gonna try to do some stuff in here. We'll do some EVPs. I'm lounging. Paint me like one of your French ghosts. Paint me like one of your French ghosts.
Oh, sacre bleu.
I'm gonna go home and kill myself and join the ghost.
Oh, I thought you killed me first. Let's go.
Yeah, oh no, I got the glicky, don't worry.
Oh, shit.
So, for context, this county's a little rough. We do have protection, and so far we've heard how many people walking around the outside of the building? At least 4.
One ambulance.
An ambulance, random voices outside when the other two, when Clay and Austin were outside at Solitary. So it's a great time. Are y'all okay? It's too quiet.
Who said that?
We left because you fucks wouldn't shut up. This must be what it's like to deal with me.
Do you recall life outside of prison?
What the hell was that?
He shat himself.
Did you just rip ass? Brother. Brother.
Bro, that was 2 distinct bongos being played. Oh, legitimately.
Oh my god, it fucking smells really bad too.
Oh god, I smell it from here now. Good lord. Oh god. The Mike.
We had the Mexican food.
You chose Mexican, you son of a...
You can pick the Mexican
You
restaurant.
picked it. You knew what you were doing, you f***er.
I thought the cooler broke under your weight. I thought you cracked the plastic of the cooler. Oh my god damn, Mike. No, you just ripped ass on my brand new cooler.
Oh, that's yours?
Yes, I bought it today. And I got Mike's fucking fart ass the whole time.
Now you have something to always remember his smell by.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is going in the video.
Could you hear it?
Yes. Quit fucking farting on my cooler.
That was the handle, I swear.
Sure.
That wasn't me. You'll smell it.
Recreate that sound.
If it's me, you'll smell it.
Yeah, same. We're kind of just getting nothing. I think we should regroup and do something together.
Okay, we'll back it up.
Sure. Let me get a solitary confinement with all the group, the Aki way. God fucking damn it. You motherfuckers. Trees of green, red roses too. I see the rain for you. And I think to myself, what the
Yeah, so there's a chance we need to go back to get Mike new underwear.
We had an insane anomaly. It was Mike ripping ass.
Oh no. Was it Mike's turn?
Oh god, you have to hear it.
Oh my god.
It's not
We
that.
got it on the sound recorder.
Damn, Mike.
So we are in the solitary confinement area. I'm assuming this is where the deputies would do paperwork and monitor. There are 2 cells, one on each side that directly connect across from the women's cell. I assume we just go around in circles, and then if somebody has a direct question, just raise your hand and indicate that you're going to say something.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yep.
All right.
Is there anyone in here with us right now?
Our friends heard noises in here earlier. Was that you?
How many of you are there?
Is he asleep?
Are you okay?
You're like breathing super heavy.
You're breathing really heavily.
Am I?
Yeah, you're going.
It's like my fucking thing is like, it's pressing my nose.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you should take the fucking hat off and
Shut up.
adjust it.
I just gotta put this up some.
Sounds like he's being waterboarded. Yeah, you sound like someone's
Mike,
choking
if he was a pug.
The thing about these jails at this time period is that even if you were sentenced for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, typically they were seen as a commendation of death, because essentially you were, the living conditions usually were so poor that you wouldn't make it back out within a year or two. St. Johns County was like that, and Clay County was like that as well.
I could see it.
St. John's was a lot worse because it was a much bigger jail. Even compared to the ones we've seen, it was a much bigger building. And they didn't say anything about this jail being segregated, but St. John's was.
I read that it was segregated
Okay.
into 3 parts: African American, Caucasian, and women.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yep.
Oh, they agree?
What did you do? Was it a minor crime or something major?
None.
So you're saying you didn't do anything, but you were locked up? That don't check out, Chief. That doesn't make sense. Or are you claiming you were innocent? Okay, so we'll go off and say you were innocent. What did they arrest you for, though? What was the crime you were accused of? Because they wouldn't have just put you in jail without accusing you of something. What was the reason? What year were
Tried. Banger.
Banger?
You tried to bang her? Is that what you're trying to say?
Or maybe it's slang for a shootout.
Yeah. Tried banger or tried to banger.
George.
I think he tried to get with someone's wife. Did you try to sleep with another man's wife?
It's way, there's, AM has way too fucking much going on.
Okay.
It is so hard.
We had something there for a minute. We were getting a couple responses with it.
It's about 4,000 words per minute.
But if we don't get anything here soon, we'll call it for the night.
It's been pretty down for about an hour, 2 hours now. Yeah. I don't know, you guys had a lot in the beginning, but I mean,
whatever we had in the kitchen, it just stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This thing is just giving me nothing. Hold on.
It could be.
So if you don't interact with it, we're going to switch people again. Because all you're
Final
doing is spitting
experience or sacrifice.
No.
Do it.
Off.
You fucking cockroach.
I'll slap the out you.
you cockroach.
Guess what? I'm alive and you're not.
You're a fucking cockroach.
Shut up. This is your opportunity to speak to us.
Or doesn't.
I saw an orb.
Run.
Just love to wait.
I'm not going to run away.
It came
But first.
I want you to make this worth my time and interact with my cat balls, my REM pod, or my EMF lantern.
I saw an orb go to the door from Austin.
No, I honestly think we should wrap it up.
This is a bunch of fucking nonsense.
Let's have him out.
You fucking cockroach.
I mean, that was a pretty direct response. You're just saying a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, I know.
Other than you calling me a fucking cockroach. I think part of the issue is we also don't know anything that about any of the spirits really here. So trying to interact with anything is difficult. And it's kind of the same thing that happened with Baker is they just didn't give us any information to go off of. Hello, is that you? Are you pooping? I mean, he's sitting on the toilet. I didn't think anything was actually going to set that off. Yeah. Can you do that again?
What's up?
Dude! It's going off without moving.
All right.
I literally said, can you do that again? And it went off instantly.
Here you go.
Can you do that one more time? You did it twice. That was awesome. Did you move at all, Stacy?
No.
I don't know if it was from me walking down, but...
No, it went off before.
Over a hand. Like I'm
Like-
not even touching it.
You can see how close I gotta get. Like I have to smack this to make
Don't
it go
do
off.
that. Oh my goodness, Stacy.
So it is night 2 of our investigation of the Hamilton County Jail. We kind of had an interesting night last night. We had a good amount of evidence in the beginning, and then right around 2 hours in, things kind of just stopped. So we ended up calling it a little bit earlier than we planned on it, but we are back and we want to see what happens tonight. Now, one thing to mention, we have spoken with the owner, and she gave us a good amount of information, a lot of which we'll cover in our recap at the end. But I do want to take a moment to say that it has come to our attention that the story that we told in the previous part, documenting the little boy that fell down the stairs, turns out that is a story she made up to mess with her children when they were little, when they were being bad and not paying attention, because they actually lived here. Her grandfather lived in here, and he is turning 99 years old this year. So, you know, pretty good amount of family history here. But as the kids got older, they ended up telling that story on ghost tours, and it turns out it grew some legs. But it's not true. The interactions we had, however, were. But we want to make sure that we're credible and we're telling the truth in all these investigations. So I wanted to take that moment and speak on that. I'm actually going to lay in the bed here, and I'm going to try to do the Estes method and see what kind of interaction we get. We've had a couple of things already kind of happening off camera. We had a cat ball go off twice right next to us. If you'd like to show our incredible science, we call this the pooping cat ball. And then down the hallway, we have set up a dead bell in that corner, and we have a REM pod down this hallway with our X-cam set up behind us, which is going to be capturing that hallway in case anything comes through. But do you guys have anything to say before we get started?
We also have an EMF at the cell door.
Yep. Austin?
No, I think that about sets it up.
Bravo 6 going dark. This is so uncomfortable.
Think of how
Think of how
they
the
felt.
envelopes feel.
I'm not too sure on what you guys had done to be here. Not really familiar with the crimes back then. What did you guys do to get here?
I'm taking you.
Where are you taking us?
It sounded like somebody was trying to say something, and then another voice spoke up and cut that person off. So,
We're getting no responses.
yeah, it's like...
Anything you're saying has nothing to do with what we're talking about, really.
The weird part is it's just dead static. There's literally nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it could be the cell that's causing the issue.
I mean, maybe. It's like there was... I could hear, like, whispering every once in a while. Like something was trying to talk, but it just isn't making it through.
Yeah.
Is the guy upstairs extremely loud, and is he pissing you off? What the f*** was that sound?
Dead bell.
Them dinging.
That was the dead bell.
Well, they crossed when I asked if the guy upstairs was really loud, and is he pissing them off? Would you like me to ask him to shut up? Just cross it. If you cross it, I'll scream at him.
You have to focus on the question, not what you want the answer to be.
I am focusing on the question. Well, they don't want me to tell him to shut up. Uh-oh. Nope.
Why not? He's loud.
Do you think the guy upstairs is ugly?
At least more than this boy.
Oh, I'm about to rip ass.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, no. Oh, I won't do that again. Oh, my God.
Dude, that sounded like you were doing some goddamn construction work.
I'm not doing that again. I didn't know it was going to be that rank. Oh, my God, dude. I'm sorry, spirits. I'm sorry. Farts are funny.
I mean, well, not when you're trapped in a room.
Skylar, you all right? Come on in.
A heated room. No, it doesn't need to be. That's
Is it the bed?
The bed. Yeah, that's more. That makes.
Oh
more
my god! I
sense.
said, "Is it the bed?" and it crossed. That wasn't a fart. That was my stomach. That was my stomach. I promise to God, that was my stomach.
Are you okay, bro?
That was my stomach. Dude.
It's still moving. Look at that. Oh wow, it's moving a lot now.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What?
Hi.
Is that?
Oh, look.
What?
There's no broken windows there.
No, the one thing I'm thinking is
That, no, that's way too much movement. Like, look.
There's no way that should. Whoa!
And the window here is not that bad. It doesn't match it.
Hello. We see you. Did she not say to go outside and look at that window?
I thought 3 a.m. was a cross.
Here, hold this.
Do you want the EMF reader?
In just a second.
Yeah, yeah.
So, 77.
You're fine.
There they go. They're going up.
I think it might.
I was about to say, now that they've turned off the unit, it's not moving a lot.
A little bit.
I wish they hadn't turned on the light.
That makes it easier to see.
Look at it go.
Dude,
It is.
Okay. Oh, ooh. It could be this wire, though.
And think about how.
This window's good.
No, but the window up there. Think about how the air would come in, then come down, and then push that in and out.
I did just get EMF 3 here. Oh. I just felt a huge gust of breeze. Where is that coming from?
Above, it's the wind.
Oh no, this window's missing.
See?
there's no window there, is there?
No.
We told you.
But I am getting EMF 3.
But there is wires here, and it's only flashes.
Oh. Is the window up there broken?
There's no window there, is there?
Mm.
I told you. I knew that.
Also, I think
But
is
if
the
there
window up there broken because it could have the draft coming down from the hole.
Well, it didn't look like there was a window missing. But that's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
To try and, you know, mitigate factors like this.
I'm just gonna hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like, we weren't crazy.
Yeah, I knew. I thought I.
And look, I specifically timed it with the wind, and like, yeah.
Well,
It's been debunked.
yeah, I mean, we debunked it, so
Hey
there.
guys, that's right, you saw it here. A real life ghost occurrence and us debunking it. That's why we watch those haunts.
God damn it.
Ciao.
I will say, unlike many other channels, we actually took the time to debunk it instead of going and freaking the fuck out about it.
Yeah, you guys were fucking
No, we did that first and then was like, okay,
Yes,
you should
but
probably
you
debunk
guys
it.
like fat kids staring at a jar of peanut butter.
But then we went and figured it out. So we are finished up with our Hamilton County Jail investigation. Like usual, we're gonna go around, talk about what we saw, what we didn't see, whether we think it is haunted, not haunted, inconclusive, and whether or not we would want to return to the property. So, Clay, start us off.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna say inconclusive. There were some instances where I felt like there was something going on. We had our moments up there in the tower, but after that, it was so dead and so dense. It really didn't feel much like going on. So I feel like maybe yeah, but also probably not. So inconclusive.
Mm-hmm. Tyler?
Well, they came into here really hoping to see something. It definitely had, you know, the vibes at the start. But, you know, throughout the whole first night, didn't really experience anything, like, at all. Even something that we had to then explain later. Second night, same situation. Only one thing that we thought was spooky, but was just the wind, and also I called it. But you know, not haunted.
Mike.
I'll say I'm not gonna say not haunted because I mean people do tend to have a lot of things happen here. For me, nothing happened. I didn't see anything. I'll just go inconclusive, honestly. I mean, I think everything I did, literally nothing. I didn't have anything. So
You did actually say in the car you're leaning more towards my side, you know, just on the fence.
at this point, yeah, because this is 2 in a row. I mean, and then literally nothing happened at the last one either for me. So
Well, I was gonna say the last one you had more experiences there than you did here.
at Baker,
But that was
Yeah.
just the cat balls.
nothing at Baker other than cat balls.
Yeah.
And I still think it was the air.
Oh, when you guys were in the
I
office.
still think that was the AC.
We were vibing there though.
It was, yeah. I do still think that was the AC though.
No, either way, like, this has been the worst of it for me. I mean, besides for, like, the one moment I had with Clay, and we're not even sure if we can chalk that up to anything happening, or if it was just the guy who started creeping around outside.
That was scary.
Besides from that, I think most of the stuff can come down to just the way this place was built. It's got a huge extension just slapped on to, to part of the building. So I feel like a lot of it can be, you know, stuff settling, drafts, anything really. And yeah, missing windows. So at the end of the, I mean, like I said, I really got nothing, so not haunted.
Dang.
Yeah.
You know, we came in here with a very high expectation of this property. Like I said in the first intro, this is one of the most highly recommended places from everybody we talked to. We had initial things that were very promising. We saw things from new gear that we haven't been able to play with yet. But as the nights went on, more and more my thought just kind of started creeping in the direction of all of them. And so this is my first definitive. I'm going to say it's not haunted. I think there's a lot of ways that we can explain everything we saw. I think there could be faulty wiring in the building that gave us false EMF. I think that we are in a very, very small town with very little for radio. So we have way less interference than we did at other places, which can lead to the strange sentences we got and more jumbled interactions. When we were in groups, there was never a single time that we got anything definitive as a giant group. Only when we were separated, us three. And then I think what we saw tonight in that cell, I think we could write off as bad wiring. Because even the EMF never stopped. And that was something I started thinking more about as we went through. I wish I could say it was haunted. I wish we saw incredible things, but not haunted.
I mean, we had the same thing at Clay County where the EMF was on like 5 constantly in that one cell.
But it was only in that one cell.
There really wasn't power in that one either.
Exactly.
No, that one I felt was more haunted than any other location we've been to so far.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Yeah, we were told before this that a lot of the exterior wiring has been redone and only some of the interior. And, you know,
it could very much.
That could play.
I mean,
a
we've
huge
already
part.
dealt with flickering lights in there, so
yeah,
and the building overall, like, it definitely needs
it needs renovation.
Yeah.
The building needs to be renovated, and unfortunately, like Mike said, or maybe it was Skylar. We came in and there was this immediate like, oh my God, this place is so creepy, and then it just kept getting less and less and less to the point where it is midnight and we're already done with night 2, whereas at Baker, you know, we could have potentially pushed that a little farther. Clay County, I think we actually were kind of bummed to be done out of time. Lighthouse, you know, we went till 4 a.m. that night and we still got lots of evidence everywhere we went. There was never a place we didn't go that we didn't have something happening.
Even the vibes, especially in the lighthouse, stayed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it stayed creepy and it stayed ominous. I think there's no other way to spin it.
I'm going to inconclusive by the simple fact is things happened specifically to me this time. My pocket, you see on how hard it is
on me, that came flying out
Yeah,
from my pocket. I don't know what happened. It scared me. I had no time to react. It just scared me.
Did you get that on camera?
Yeah, I was actually recording with Austin. I was hanging over the thing, the railing, and I brought it back up, and I freaked out. So you should have that.
Yeah.
And then I just felt that something was always watching me, especially when we were tonight up there. You guys were like, oh, there's nothing happening, nothing's happening. No, nothing was talking through Brandon. But I saw a shadow, and that's when things started happening. Like we went with the EMF, it was a 3. Kind of, I can go off that was due to faulty wiring because of the small window
there was
that it was, and it was in the exact same leveling of that spot. I can take that. What I can't take is the constant words that I was getting. That was one of the most words I could have gotten in an Estes.
Yeah.
But other than that, nothing really happened.
The one thing I will say about the Estes is comparing this to Baker and Baker County, we had nothing. There was entire stretches where nothing came through that radio.
This time it was too much.
And then this time it was way too much, or it was complete sentences. So we do have a pool to kind of go off with the spirit box where it's like some places it works, some places it doesn't. Some places we get lots of words, some places we get nothing at all. But you know, looking back at like the lighthouse, for example, the lighthouse, we had very clear conversations with what was happening in the basement when we were talking to Major Harn, the lighthouse interaction, and then when we were at the tree. But then you compare it to here, and it's
It was
like,
just words. There was no information.
there's no
given.
information, there's no words, there's nothing we can build off of.
No back and
So-
forth. So we don't know who we were talking to. We don't know if we were talking to somebody.
You know, we're obviously not experts in this field yet, not by any long stretch of the imagination, but I feel like at 4 investigations in, we at least have an idea of how our original equipment works. I don't think any of us got anything definitive out of any piece of equipment we had this time.
I just got a feeling.
Yeah, and the feeling's hard to go off of. So
Because that's like the first night after we were done in the tower, I was pretty much done. I didn't want to do shit.
I think also the issue is Lighthouse, both buildings had air conditioning. It was hot outside, it was the summer, but both buildings had air conditioning. Clay County, we went in the middle of November. It was cold in there, but it got hot on the second floor at one point for all of us being up there. Baker, it was still pretty cool. This place is hot as hell inside.
On the second floor.
Yeah, even
The
the first
jail
floor.
retains heat.
It is anywhere between like 80 to 85 degrees in there at one point. I think the amount of heat the building retains leads you to feeling like physically tired and almost sick because you're just so hot.
You feel drained and exhausted from it.
And I think that could be chalked up to some of the things that we were hearing about with the owners, that people feel sick.
Delirious, a little tired, a little worn out from the heat, and that shit does.
And that's why when it comes back to like when we were talking about, the things I've been seeing and stuff, and they're like, oh, well, people have seen stuff. I'm like, yeah, but you'll see stuff if you're like hot and sweaty and, exhausted.
And if you want to see things, then you'll see things.
But you're right. The more you want to see it, and the more you're like worn out, the odds are you'll believe you see it.
Yeah.
That's what
Even
exactly.
if it's just a fixation.
Yeah.
So as we talk, are we changing our opinions? Because it sounds like we're shifting to a different from more of like the inconclusive or to the.
I've said not haunted.
I said not haunted.
I already understand what heat can do to people. What
Inconclusive,
I'm still inconclusive.
not haunted.
I'm not gonna write off all the experiences and stuff that people have here.
I'm
'cause-
not trying to write off their experiences.
yeah, but
It has nothing to do with the other
I'm
people.
not gonna
It's
sit here and say
yours.
it's not haunted because we could have just had nothing happen. That's just all it is. And this place is highly talked about, so people have stuff happen.
That's why I think it's just important to differentiate. We're saying it's not our experiences. We should.
Do
maybe
you
say
feel like you
we're
had
not
any?
haunted.
Yeah. Do you feel like you had any spiritual?
That's a good thing to clarify. Like, we're not saying this building does not have history to it. This building does not have interactions. We're saying what we observed, what we partook in this weekend,
Just didn't feel tangible.
it didn't feel haunted. It felt like there were things that we could explain to these scenarios versus the last 3 we were in where that was absolutely not the case for a lot of things. Yes, there are things that you could explain and there were things that maybe you could explain, but overall, when we look at them, there were more than enough things for the group to decide as a collective, hey, this leans one way or the other. But this is the first time we have the opposite.
People do need to keep in mind, especially when they watch this kind of content, there's a big difference between something being creepy and something possibly being haunted, because the creep factor is always there, regardless of it being actually haunted or whether it's not. This place is fucking creepy as hell.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to deny how creepy the aesthetic of this building is. Even the atmosphere is creepy.
Also, the feeding holes in the cells.
Yeah, I was about to say, it also doesn't help that they have like a bunch of like Halloween stuff still set
But
up.
that in itself isn't what plays into the opinion. It's just the situation and our experiences in general.
Yeah.
Was I freaked out for a lot of it? The first night, definitely. Tonight, honestly, not really.
Yeah.
But I still feel inconclusive due to the first night experience. But this night is what made me feel inconclusive.
I will mention something as well, and it's obviously we made jokes about it throughout the video. We were heavily warned by people in the community that when coming here, we should bring a firearm to protect ourselves. We had several different instances over these 2 nights of people walking around the building, people talking, cars coming past and slowing down. There is a factor of it that we have to explain that, hey, our nerves were heightened from those things, and that is all tangible, physical, real world things happening in front of us.
It's the reason why we're kind of looking around.
Exactly. It's why we're constantly looking around. For context, we have never done that at any other site, but this was the first time we felt that it was necessary to bring one off the amount of people who said it was necessary. But as we sit here, 3 inconclusive, 3 not haunted. That's it, everybody. We will see you next time. We hope you enjoyed the video either way. Do it.
Do it.
Do your thing.
Oh, sorry. Catch us next time and help us watch that haunt, baby. Let us know if we missed anything that you saw inside. Any ghost faces, hands, whatever you want.
Bye, everybody.
Haunt watch.
We're gonna make your joke the whole thing now.
I know.
Yeah, you are now our slogan.
That's why I forced it.
That's
Now you
why I
can never fire me.
A permanent fixture.